now, cause ain't nothing worth risking this. How I'ma break bread with them, but my pockets down and my head ain't into this. That's why I gotta keep my hustle strong and not let them breathe too long. Never know who needs you, reaping without giving it seed to. I'm just seeing light when it's been years. Don't make no sense to me sometimes, but time and all it is. Perfected patience, tame my ego when I killed the pedo. This poetry is still my passion, shot my nigga Theo. I had the vision way back when we smoked out the gazebo.
Great mornings is what we promise to give you regardless of how the weather is looking like this morning on the 23rd of June 2026. A very good morning to all of the Vooka Nation and of course the Durban family out there, and not forgetting Mzansi as a whole. I hope that you guys are doing good on this beautiful Tuesday morning where we are choosing impact, but because we have different options of what we want to choose this morning, we also want to know from you, what are you choosing this morning? Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use across all social media platforms. But right now we are live on YouTube and also live on Underground Radio. So do make sure that you hang around with us until the hour 10 o'clock as we will be unpacking a lot of interesting discussion that want me and you, of course, to share our thoughts and sentiments in terms of what we really think. Because we're going to be talking about, those friends who celebrate strangers more than us. So if you have any experience you want to share with us, please come through. You can also dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226 for your voice note, or send us your text. My name is Moeketsi. I'm happy and excited to be with you. So of course, the ingredient of the morning is to make sure that you guys fill up your bucket list with some of the travel destinations that are around Mzansi. So this morning on our picture of the day, seeing pictures and you're asking yourself, what are we highlighting? We're highlighting the Topical National Park, which is the jewel of the Eastern Cape's garden route, where ocean meets forest in breathtaking harmony. Stretching along rugged coastline, it's famed for a dramatic cliffs, ancient trees, and most iconic storms river mouth. Visitors can walk across the suspension bridge, kayak beneath towering gorges, or hikes scenic trails through indigenous forests alive with bird calls. Adventure seekers flock for zip lining, diving, and whale watching, while those seeking calm enjoying tranquil picnic sports and panoramic views of the Indian Ocean. The Topical is more than a park, it's a sanctuary of natural wonder, blending adventure and serenity. Whether you crave adrenaline or peace, this destination delivers unforgettable moments carved by nature's hand. So that's what we have this morning to add on your bucket list. Tick so that you can go and visit the Topical and of course enjoy the atmosphere in terms of the activities that are found there. I hope that information was helpful enough to get you there together with your friends or family when you get that extra holiday in your time. So for now, let us take a short break and then we'll be back with your latest news headlines and sports headlines. And once again, a very good morning. These are some of your news headlines making top stories this morning. Starting off with your first headline, IEC records 2.9 million voter registration. South Africa Electoral Commission says nearly 2.9 million voter registration activities were recorded during the recent registration weekend ahead of the 2026 local government elections. The strong turnout has increased the national voters rollout to about 28.5 million, reflecting a growing civic participation. Many of the transactions were updates to existing voter details, while hundreds of thousands were first-time registration, particularly among young people. The next headline, police prepare for nationwide anti-immigration protest. South African police say they are fully prepared for a planned nationwide protest against illegal immigration on the 30th of June. Authorities have stepped up operational readiness and developed national and provincial plans to maintain order. Officials stress that while peaceful protest is a constitutional right, any violence or intimidation will not be tolerated. The next headline, Jub case postponed to August. The case against media personality Molemo Jub Marohanye has been postponed to August as investigations continue. He faces charges linked to an alleged confrontation with an e-hailing driver, including firearm-related offenses. Marohanye, who is out on bail, denies the allegation and is expected back in court later this year. That's all for your news headline. Heading over to your sports news, starting off with your rugby news. Mnebele to captain junior box at World Championship. Sposithu Mnebele has been appointed as the captain of the junior Springbok ahead of the World Rugby Under-20 Championship in Georgia. The hooker takes the leadership duties after regular captain Riley Norton and fly half of Vusi Moyo were called up to the senior Springbok squad. The changes come as South Africa prepares to defend their junior world title later this month against Wales, Georgia, and Uruguay. On your cricket news, Ngidi prioritizes Proteas with major personal sacrifice. Lungi Ngidi has made a significant personal decision to prioritize his commitment to the Proteas, stepping away from other opportunities to focus on representing South Africa. The fast bowler emphasized the importance of international duty and his desire to contribute consistently to the national team setup. In your tennis news, Serena Williams gets a surprise Wimbledon singles wildcard. Serena Williams has been handed a surprise wildcard entry into the Wimbledon singles draw, signaling a potential comeback at the prestigious tournament. The announcement has sparked excitement among tennis fans as the legendary player prepares to return to one of her most successful stages. That's all for your news and sports headlines. If you want to share your thoughts on these headlines, you can simply use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226. For now, we'll take a short break and then we'll come back with your latest weather update.
urban streets, what's poppin'?
Your favorite morning crew
On the Vooka.
breakfast show.
And of course, it's another beautiful Tuesday morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. It's exactly 24 minutes past 8. And of course, we are starting off your morning with some great tunes. Of course, playing right now is a Timothy Infinite song titled Breathing. I hope that this morning, the only thing that you're not forgetting is to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, as we are, of course, beginning. And of course, we want to make sure that you are warm, you are safe, and you're taking care of yourself as we are about to take care of you. My name is Moeketsi, my man. I'm happy and excited to be with you throughout up until the hour 10 o'clock. We will, of course, be giving you that daily dose of positivity. But, of course, not forgetting that we are Vooka Breakfast Show across all social media platforms. So do me a favor, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to TikTok, and of course go to our YouTube. Make sure that you have subscribed, you followed, you pressed the like button, and you have, of course, prepared your comments for this beautiful morning, right? There's so much that you're going to be unpacking. Of course, we also want to hear your thoughts, your sentiments on some of the conversations that we are going to be having. Right, so do make sure that you also dial the number 060-493-3226. That's for you to send your voice notes on our WhatsApp. Right, as far as I'm concerned, we have been seeing your comments, but now we also want to hear your voices. And speaking of hearing voices, there's a comment that came through, of course, from YouTube, from Sashay, saying good morning everyone. Today I remembered to tune in. Welcome Sashay. It's very great, of course, to have you this morning. You're part of the family. Welcome to the family. We welcome you. The family keeps on growing, and we really appreciate your presence, and of course you will be hanging out with us this morning. So we also want to hear from you on some of the thoughts and of course your sentiments on some of the conversations questions that we want to hear. So let's engage. We are hanging out. It's a beautiful morning, of course. We are kickstarting this beautiful Tuesday morning. But the most important question that we are always asking this morning is, what are you choosing? Because it's Tuesday. Some will call it Chooser Day. What are you choosing? I wanted to hear from you. But you know that I'm not always rolling alone. I always have the best team with me. But joining me right now is the one and only Mr. B, right? He is, of course, the table with me, making sure, and of course, Mr. just joined us, making sure that we're going to be warmer as it is misty, as it is cold. And for me personally, I am loving the weather. Coldness is what we should have. I wish the winter season was like for 6 months, right? 6 months, then we will be okay in being sorted out with some of the activities that are being done in June. But of course, that is my own thoughts. Those are my own thoughts. That's my own sentiments. That's what I love myself. But before I do that, I just want to make sure that you're safe, you're cool, you are warm, as our weather update for some cities around there. Currently, if you are in Johannesburg, you are experiencing 7 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And if you're in Cape Town, you are currently experiencing 14 degrees Celsius with some broken clouds. And if you're in Durban, it's 20 degrees Celsius currently. I mean, imagine, right? With some clear skies. And of course, lastly, if you are in Pretoria, you're experiencing 12 degrees Celsius. So, of course, it's beautiful weather. It's looking beautiful out there in other cities, but right here in Johannesburg, it's cold. And personally, I'm saying that I love the winter season. I see Sashay coming through right there saying, thank you. Thanks to you. Saying, yo, I can never understand people who enjoy winter. You will understand. You would understand because in winter, you know, there's things that you do personally, right? Having warmer meals. Right now, I'm having my coffee. I hope you also have a coffee with you right there, because that's how you're supposed to start your morning. You can't start your morning man, right? You need to have, some hot, cappuccino with you right there, or a tea, right? Something that is warm, that will keep you warm throughout the day. Remember that liquids that are warm will keep you warm throughout the day. So take my advice. That's the reason you need to understand people who love or enjoy the winter season. It's because we know how to keep ourselves warm, not only with fluids, with food, but of course with positivity. Again, I get it. Also, your body temperature is controlled by your moods. The way you are feeling also can determine how you are going to spend the rest of your day. Right, so you are like, so no, I also don't understand your love for it, Mr. Maiman. You will understand, trust me, you will understand.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, I mean,
because for me, when it comes to winter, I've always said that I've got the liberty of regulating my own temperature. So, for example, last night, if I want to add blankets, I can add blankets.
Exactly.
But if I want to be cool, I can add less blankets.
Right? Yep.
So I love this this season. In fact, last time we spoke about traveling to Yakutsk. That's in Siberia, Russia, right? Ooh. Where it is the coldest town. It's something I would want to experience. I know it's nothing close to this, but just for the experience. I'm not saying I want to stay there. But I want to go there. But another thing that's also interesting that's happening around the world is that in the north, they're experiencing a 24-hour sun right now, right? Much closer to the North Pole, right? Because they can see the sun circulate around them. So yeah, I mean, if you want to become a sun chaser and you don't want to experience winter, if you do have the budget, you can absolutely do that. Yep.
Sunset.
That's what we're working towards, man.
What are you working towards?
Not experiencing winter. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Guys, you will die of coldness, chief.
I
never.
You sweat.
I never.
Because of the
There's
sun.
No regulating, guys. Did you feel what the weather is like this morning outside?
And it
there
looks
is
beautiful.
No regulating. There's no
That's
regulating.
the weather that I like.
No, I mean, each to their own.
It's misty
right?
out there.
It's what?
It's misty.
Come on, man.
Why do you call yourself
outside.
mist if you hate
I'm
winter?
outside. No, it has nothing to do with.
Do we have mist in summer?
It has nothing to do with weather.
We don't have-
associate me.
we don't have
with the
mist,
weather.
Kosami.
You do in the 80 hours.
There's no mist,
In the 80
Kasama.
hours. Hey, Sachet, I see you. Hey, Sachet. Very cool, man. I like that the people that we hang out with on the Vooka Music Experience are hanging out with us on YouTube. It's
a big family.
Such cool things, man. Sachet. I love that. And I'm hating this weather, guys. It is like it's cold, and there's no regulating, guys. You just need to dress. There's no saying hi.
Just
when you're
dress.
warm, you can be cool, and when you're cool, you can be
Dude.
warm. And no, guys,
Just
it's
dress, dude.
it's just cold. It's just cold, and I think for the time being, if because I'm not able to chase summer, right?
Yeah.
And go to
the north.
to the west or to the north
Yeah.
when it's winter this side. For now, I think I might move to the coast, guys. I might move to Durban, one of the warmest provinces we have in the country.
You won't like it. You won't like it.
I just might. I think I'm.
So humidity is one of the things I think will get to you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because I have
Because
experienced it before.
You've just taken a shower more.
Yeah.
As soon as you step out the hotel or your room where there's aircon, the humidity will get to you where you
Yeah.
feel sweaty and sticky.
I think the reason that it might not necessarily hit me that hard is I don't get that sweaty that quickly.
Here, you mean?
In general, because I have experienced the humid.
yeah.
I've been to all the coasts, Cape Town, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and Durban, and
Yeah,
I've experienced
Cape Town-
all the
Cape
weathers.
Town and the eastern,
Sure.
they're not humid.
Sure.
Cape Town is cold.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, I have been to the coast on all three, right? On all three provinces. I've spent a couple of days. I think in Cape Town we spent about a week or so. And yeah, man, I think Durban I could do, man. As opposed to the Joburg.
I mean,
cold. Yo, guys.
That's
no.
the thing. I think also how the city or the people respond to the weather, it makes it interesting. Because if you go to North Ka winter, they make it look interesting to say, guys, come
It's
and
not.
experience the winter season.
It looks
with
interesting,
us.
but it's not.
I know, and
Hey, guys.
there's nothing to enjoy with the weather. But we also want to know from you, wherever you are listening from and watching, Jorge, what favorite season do you like? Are you a winter baby? Are you a summer baby?
Summer,
Autumn?
man.
Or whatever seasons are out there. And then Masashe comes through saying, I just had a cup of coffee. I think it's because of the age. No, it's not because of the age. How kanti ke batho ba bagolo fela ba nwang kofi na re. Obviously, coffee ke batho ba e understand that. If you
Uthi no
understand
understand.
yourself, you will have a cup of coffee just to prepare yourself for the day, right? Just in preparation of your day, in terms of how you want your day to look like, you would wake up with a cup of coffee. Like, why would you drink alcohol in the morning, guys?
Well, because it's winter, Moon. We do know that alcohol has the ability to shake your body up. So
Yeah.
it will vibrate your
innards.
your and then because it vibrates, ne?
Yeah,
And your
vibrate.
heart. No, so remember, alcohol makes your heart beat faster, right? And because blood is pumping.
It's pumping
Yabona
on
ukuthi
blood.
manje, uyafudumala. So probably at this,
Regesmer.
I'm saying it could be for recreational purposes. ukuthi singagodoli. But here's the thing. Also, speaking of Siberia and stuff, it's not that it's recommended, but you should have at least alcohol in your chest pocket. But people that overdrink, ne,
Yeah.
some have died because muntu apos abe warm and they sleep in the ice and then they
Oh yes.
They die.
freeze to death.
Yes.
yabo.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, sparingly so. Not them 17. You could use alcohol as a means of.
I think sometimes we
I
can
don't
take some
order
time.
smell, guys.
Let's take some time to
No, I don't
study.
order smell.
Like take your time to kind of like study, the work that you do. Okay, if I can have maybe 2 sips, how would I perform?
No,
Because
in
I think
class.
some studies need to be done. With a bottle of something yana besides me, maybe I can perform at work. Maybe I can give what people want out there.
Let's order class. Or a smear, and then we each have a class. Before picture of the day.
I mean,
And then the first break.
we once had a guy who came through, right, as a guest who
Was inebriated.
is in the industry of wineries.
Oh yes,
right?
Doug last
Cresswell.
year, a little over a year ago,
Doug
yeah.
came through and he understood. No, guys, the work that you guys do. You actually deserve.
You need a glass of wine from time to time.
Right? Right beside you while you're doing your work, and then you also, of course, doing advertising to people. No, guys, this thing will not even drunk you or ube dizzy while you're working,
Sure.
but it actually gives you energy. But of course, as we are in that, Sashay says, guys, winter. Now I am compelled to wear heavy clothes. Abara. I think also winter takes out that stylishness going. You understand? Because how it's about combine now, we're now very green, ready, jazzy green, scatty ready.
That's the thing. That's the thing that a lot of people think. A lot of people tend to think that they are stylish during winter season, or they can be stylish.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not the truth for most people. It's not. Honestly speaking, it's not. Because there's just this public perception and notion, because you wear so many layers, right? You can come out with your style and all these colors, and sometimes I know orange.
It's stripped.
But yeah, not everyone is stylish during winter. Some of us prefer summer. I think like a nice shirt, jeans, a nice pair of sneakers. If you like watches, you rock your watch and whatever else. I think that's nice, simple. Jay-Z.
Yeah, Kenya bomba jacket. I feel like this is, of course, where we also want to ask you, if you don't mind, maybe for someone preparing to go to work, you're rocking all of those jerseys, and when you trust yourself as someone who is stylish, please take a picture of yourself or send it through to us. Then we can say, whatever
we can take lessons,
we are giving you a 10 out of 10, right? Sashay says, I'm with you, mister, and hey, MooCee. And then
hey, Sashay,
come through again, say, may I ask the guy next to MooCee to introduce himself? I don't think I got his name.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, there's 4 of us in the studio. Maybe let's start Mokani right there, right? But let's just make sure her mic is plugged in. So in the meantime, Kanye, when you plug in the batteries of the thing, I'll go first. No, I'll go first. It's okay.
Oscar, we are with you.
Yeah.
Sashay, what the introduction?
Sashay.
Yeah, my name is Banele Mngci. Feels like an interview, but anyway. So I work with the guys, but primarily I'm behind the scenes.
Yes, sir.
And I am doing technicals, right? So right now, today, Kanye's doing technicals. But this is exactly what I do, which you will see her in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I love technology. Sunday we're celebrating Father's Day. I'm a father. That's
Father Christmas.
That's me.
Mr. B.
I thought, the first time I saw the name go TikTok, I thought it was Sachet.
Sashay. Hey, Sashay. I like doing that whenever we're on the Vooka Music Experience. Hey, Sashay. I see you, man. We have like quite a nice community now that we are a part of, Mr. B. And it's so cool to have them, jump over from TikTok and come over to YouTube, right?
Crossbreeding.
Absolutely. Because you remember the last time, I think it was on Friday, there's a lady who came on, Lerato Takalo.
Yes,
right?
LT.
That's LT. LT is also part of the community on that side. So she reminded me, no, MooCee, when I said, hey, miss, your friend Lerato Takalo, it was me, LT. I'm like, oh, LT, I see, man. And I do remember the comments. So we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man.
Yep.
Very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff.
Yep. So while Kanye's still fixing her mic, Xolani Dlamini came through saying, morning Vooka team in the Vooka Nation, DBN Underground Radio.
Hey.
Morning, Mr.
DJ
Exhibit.
Yes, sir. DJ
in the
Exhibit.
building. Then it comes through saying, for me,
right
during the day, I prefer summer, and at night, winter, because I'm able to sleep. Summer is a problem to sleep because there's mosquitoes.
Thank you.
You can't even sleep properly and peacefully.
Like how, guys?
Watch
I'm one of those people who I get very cold very easily on my feet and on my hands. And if my feet are cold, I promise you, I will not sleep a
You
wink.
get cold feet.
There's a difference. I don't get cold feet. But yeah, I take such a long time to to catch sleep, Mr. B, if it's like, guys, and 2 weeks ago we didn't have electricity for like what 3-4 days, and it was a challenge for me to catch sleep. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
So yeah, no, I get it, but I think as the Bible says, we would say if two lay next to each other.
Hot.
That's what the Bible says.
Hot.
But now here's the thing. Yesterday, because I'm with my family, manje, and for the first time, like I didn't, spend time watching TV. Like I immediately went to bed. I think just before 10.
Yeah.
And we don't, because normally when I'm alone, I need 3 blankets.
Yeah.
But when you're with someone, miss,
You need 2
only need
or 1.
2 or 1.
But
Right. So with you, you just need someone next to you,
Wow.
and then
He
your
needs 4
feet,
blankets.
Wow.
and then your feet, your hands, your knees, everything.
won't
will
get
so-
cold.
they
Look,
won't
I've
get
tried it
cold.
before and it didn't work.
No, you need to find the right person.
Yeah, I've tried it before. It didn't work.
Thola motho a gwetse mo.
Hayi bo. Umuntu phezu komuntu. Muthu ka batho.
Right, that's what, of course, the season comes with. But of course, as we mentioned, that we have Kanye behind the scene, rocking and making sure that we are warm. Itlhagise for you. You have a cam,
But a
Kanye.
cam.
Where
You have
am
a
I?
cam.
No, but you see, my cam is dark. People won't see still.
Just
Yes.
the cam.
No.
Switcha ba re bone. Rona re batla
Why?
ipona re go
Why le batla
shebile
gore ke
ge.
bonagale?
Yes.
Hi guys, my name is
Wait,
Kanye.
Kanye.
Kanye
Kanye's
le
new.
camera,
Kanye's
mara.
new. Remove the 2 view.
Oh, the 2 view. I must remove the 2 view. Okay, now it's removed. Now it's removed.
Face the cam.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Kanye and I am behind the scenes. I don't know why Vampapela saw because it's all about the boys, broadcasting boys.
No, I guess Sashay wanted to
Absolutely.
know.
Hey. Broadcasting
okay,
boys
hi,
are up.
Sashay. Hi.
Sachet.
It's Sashay. I don't like showing up, so, but anyway, be on the lookout. You'll see more of me. Don't worry. Just stick around and
queen-
tell your friends
the
to tell a
queen
friend
of
Vooka
content.
FM, Queen of Content. It's where it's
Cock.
that's
It's
where
QOC.
Cock. King Cock.
Yeah. Cock.
You know, when I
Whatever how you
saw
want
when I saw that comment last week on YouTube, I'm like, "Oko ke manya no." Hey, ra athetha sem
Kima
rushing.
Ngochonyal.
Okay.
Wait, Kima Ngochonyal.
No, I'm saying when I saw the comment last week when the handle was written.
Oh, and then when
I read it as
because
Cock.
Musi wa Papa.
No, I read it as but it looks like
yeah.
that. Oko ke manya no.
Then, of course, we have a Cat on the chat joining us. Say good morning,
Hey.
Vooka Nation. Good
Cat
morning.
Wadibuka.
Good morning, Cat. Hope you're having a good Tuesday morning. Let us know if we're now
Cat's
you
coffee,
love
bro.
winter. And yeah, Cat coffee. Oof.
Cat coffee. Cat
Yo,
wadi buka
man.
wadi coffee.
Wadi coffee. Yes, yes. Manzini, welcome in the chat. And then she says, I can't dress up for winter. Okay, please, I can winter because we had one of our favorite stylists, was also, part of us making sure and of course you won't get it.
This guy's making jokes in his own head.
Shots are being fired.
Shots fired.
Or someone
I can't
but they don't know who the shooter is.
Yeah, I mean, we had our
Straight
fellow
bullets.
colleague, man. Yeah, she would rock up, with
Oh, hot Sador
colours.
Sosa.
That's colorful
hot
and
Sador
being
Sosa.
that's being colorful.
I
That's,
never.
that's showing confidence.
Kapara clinic
The
I
more you
yellow.
become colorful, the more you
Kapepoli.
become confidence.
I never.
Green and red.
Oh, green and red.
Right.
But anyway, Mr. Moore, I know that there are quite a few things that you want us to get into this morning.
Yeah, so of course this morning, just to break this morning ice, there's a conversation we want to get to just, of course, and get your thoughts in terms of what you think. So many of us out there, we have friends, right? And sometimes, you meet up, you gather with your friends in different settings, whether it's a church, whether it's a meeting, whether it's a family gathering out there. Right, so suddenly someone repeats your exact words, but louder this time with more confidence, and the room applauds them instead of you. This reminds me of a skit, Key and Peele, where I think one of the comedians came through. So he whispered a joke to him, and then I think Peele said the joke out loud.
In a classroom.
And was like,
I know
"That's
that
my
skit."
joke.
Yeah. And it's drunk. I think it goes
Stole my
back.
shine.
Yeah, it goes back to what we were talking about yesterday morning, where as opposed to have you ever gotten in trouble for something you didn't do. This one is, has someone taken credit for your work, right? And so the setting in the classroom is they're sitting there and he whispers to his friend, Mr. P, you know, yes. And it cracks him up, right? But the rest of the class didn't hear it. And then he says it to the rest of the class. And I think he was mocking the teacher or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And the classroom, like they died. The rest of the class died. And you know, when you're the class clown,
Guys,
man,
that's my joke.
you're considered as like the cool guy. You know how to make everyone laugh and whatever.
Yeah.
So it was funny, man. I see you, Mr.
Yeah, so you've just made a point, maybe even a clear one, or maybe us right here. You know, you throw maybe something that, you know, is helpful to someone. You throw something that, you know, suddenly can become an advice to someone, right? And then the other person says the same thing, slightly rephrased, and suddenly everyone nods, claps, and agrees. And you're left wondering, did they just borrow your voice, or did the room only hear it when it came from them, right? Some people laugh it off, you know, saying at least the idea landed, right? Others feel robbed, frustrated that their contribution was ignored until someone else claimed it. Right, and some of the perspectives, we have three perspectives. For letting it go, the win is collective. If the idea works, it doesn't matter who said it first. For calling it out, recognition matters. Ideas shape reputations, and credit builds confidence. The last one is middle ground. Some suggest a subtle acknowledgement. Glad you agree. I mentioned that earlier. Keeping dignity without sparking the conflict. Right, and then the knowledge layer on this is that psychologists call this voice appropriation bias. Studies show people often unconsciously credit ideas to the most confident or authoritative voice in the room, not the originator. It's a common workplace and social dynamic that shapes who gets heard. So sometimes it's about who said it better. You know, because we can say the same thing, but to you it doesn't land. But when someone say the same thing, people are like, wow. Aye, Ntwana. Aye, boy.
So obviously we can't blame the audience,
Yeah.
because Gubo, for them it's the first time probably that they're hearing it.
Yeah.
But now think of a work setting where we are, you know, presenting and we're coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
And you've got an idea, and I just repeat what you said, and I take credit for it.
Yep.
So Igai too, there are individuals that outright steal ideas,
Sure.
and don't credit the next person.
Yeah.
I mean, right here in the media industry, we talk about copyright, where someone takes umsebenzi wakho and claims to like
Passes it
wow,
off
Yeah.
as
right.
their own, yeah.
But I think there's two things here. The first one is that I described, where someone outright steals something.
Yeah.
And then there's other one like, hey, now voice, let me just repeat what you said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the room recognizes and applauds me instead. I mean, the onus is on me to throw it back to you to know.
This is the person.
This is the guy. Yeah. But sometimes people enjoy the clout, and then they just run with it.
It's
right?
nice, man. Imagine being given a, you know, standing ovation because of you can't say no, guys. Don't stand for me.
Right. It's I don't know. It's a crazy notion, man, to actually think of it. I don't know if it's happened to me, but I'm trying to think where someone has taken credit for my work, or if I have taken credit for someone else's work. Right, I was about to say, but I think it's accompanied by quite a few things. Self-esteem and confidence play quite a huge role here, right? But also taking accountability, like you just mentioned, and to recognize, give flowers where they're due, give props where props is due, right? And I think a lot of people do struggle with that, giving props where props is due.
Yeah.
Right. Even if you might have maybe not stolen or appropriated the idea or the thing that was said.
Yeah.
But you added on top of it. Right. And you elevated whatever was being said or the idea that was being shared. But give props, Jorge. You weren't necessarily the originator of that notion, of that idea. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Is there something that's not new under the sun, Vim?
Not really. No, not really. My grandmother always says, you know, when we were sitting at home and we were chatting, But she references the Bible. Right now, all the things that are happening in the world have happened before, and they are there in the Bible. If you read the Bible thoroughly, so you'll find them in there. But yeah, it's a thing that a lot of people struggle with, Mr. B. Where just give props where props is due. But it does feel good, like Mo just said. You know, I'm fit to.
Yo, guys, a round of applause for that guy over there, man.
Moosie missed. Because what it does is it strokes your ego, and it strokes your ego in such a nice way. It's like, oh man, I love it. It's a very addictive feeling, and you chase after it, and you want to get it time and time again.
Look, let me tell you something that was happening go primary. Because I remember, Simami took me back to primary days, right? So in my class, I was one of the group of these quiet boys, who sit in the front. We only talk when we are told, or you have to talk. One time, there was this mascot. There was, I think, Colgate, was promoting. Colgate was promoting. Yeah, so Colgate, what they were doing is they were going around schools promoting this new toothpaste, and they were also going around doing quizzes with the school kids, and there were prizes to be given, right? So we are at the assembly. So while at the assembly, I think they were giving away tablet. There was a tablet, and they were giving away a TV game, right? Because it's kids, and also number 3, or the person who come out number 3, they will get like a backpack with things inside, right? So they busy asking questions. This lady's like, she asked a question and then, come through with the answer, and then you have to choose one answer. So one of my friends, because I think I was not participating, one of my friends is like, B. So he screams B. So who said B? And then he raises his hands. Unfortunately, he didn't know because the lady had the prizes hidden. So not everyone knew, Guti, when you say the answer. There's something to be won, right? So immediately when they said, B, you are correct. And then he took the backpack and said, this is what you won. Yo, my goodness, you didn't see the guy next to you because he was like, no, I said the answer. So it's like, okay, what do we do in this situation? Because now the answer was taken from you. He was the one who shouted the answer. So how do we know, or how can we now clarify, you took the answer from the person? So it's these kind of things whereby some people, maybe you would whisper, and say, man, I think the answer is C. Someone would say, okay, the answer is C. The next thing, you won an ODR 8.
And do you understand that? Now that you say it more, do you understand that there's people who live off such things, right? Intellectual property, copyright, and plagiarism. There's people who make a very, very decent living from that. Now that you mention it more, you just reminded me. There's a movie by who's this lady? She's a biggish lady, does a lot of comedy movies. Identity Thief. I don't know if you know Identity Thief. I know Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy. In one of the movies that she does, she is in the space of books and writing and authoring books and things of that nature. So what she does is, and I'm remembering it very vaguely so, but what she does is she takes these old manuscripts and poems and plays and all these very, very old and forgotten writings and passes them off as her own, right? And she, after a while,
old and forgotten, and then she just polishes.
She doesn't even change. No, she doesn't change. She just puts her name on the work, right? She puts her name on the work. But as the movie progresses, there's someone who discovers her. No, this is not your work, by the way. And she does this for years, and she's a very renowned writer, in the space of books and just that space.
Motivational speak.
She's renowned, and so it's crazy to think that there are people who live off of plagiarism, copyright, and intellectual property, stealing other people's intellectual property. And it's a thing. It's a serious, serious thing. Like, for instance, Cadillac Records. Have you watched Cadillac Records?
I think so.
Beyonce is there, Cedric the Entertainer. Quite a few artists are there. Very great movie, guys. I recommend you go watch. In the movie, Beyonce plays Etta James, right? She sings, Not I Was Born in the River. She sings, I heard church bells ringing, and I heard a choir singing. She, at the inauguration or one of the celebrations that Obama held with Michelle while he was still in presidency, she performed the song. And for the longest of times, people thought that the songs that she sang in the movie are
Belong to
hers,
her.
right? And she started performing, and I'm remembering this vaguely as well, but she started performing those songs time and time again. And Etta James came out and was like, stop putting these songs off of as they're yours. These are my songs.
No.
And the character that you were playing in the movie, that's me. It's a true story. It's not something that was
But
made
wait,
up.
okay. But were there no discussions beforehand, Uguti?
I think with the production, there were. I might
we're
be
gonna do
wrong.
a movie, ne?
Absolutely.
And you're gonna play this role
Sure.
where you are showcasing this individual in real life. Yeah, so it feels like he was left or she was left in the dark. Uguti.
No, I think both parties knew. Both parties knew. Obviously, these are big names.
Then why come out and say?
I think it had gotten to a point where she was being credited as if the songs were hers.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So most start singing Musimanyana or whatever other song that Moosie Mist has done. But Moosie Mist did this song like 50 years ago. The same thing as, what's that song, Whitney Houston? I Have Nothing. Or one of these famous songs that Whitney Houston was originally done by Dolly Parton. But the entire world knows that song as a Whitney Houston song.
I thought it's
Right.
rain. No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, guys. So, do you get what I'm trying to say? So, a lot of people, the entire world knows that song, or most of the world knows that song as a Whitney Houston song, but it was originally a Dolly Parton song. So, it's a very thin line, I think, to cross and jump back and forth in between the two, passing off work as if it's your own.
Yeah.
But also battling with yourself inside to actually come out and say, "Oh, guys, actually, it's not me."
Yeah.
But I mean, if I've got the rights and you've given me the rights to make use of the song, whatever, I think I can because you've given me the rights.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, the onus could be on the individual to declare up front, Gucci, the original song is by so and so.
Yeah.
And then they get into the song,
Yeah.
right? But I think most of us do this nowadays, unknowingly so, because I'll invite you now, the queen of content, do you plagiarize other people's stuff out there? But think about AI nowadays, and this tool has been trained on the content of other people. It has been trained on books that other people wrote. So
Have
this
written,
is intellectual property that people took time, effort,
To compile.
investment to compile and put together.
Yeah.
And you get these models that are being trained, and then all of a sudden you are able to, for example, like Isuno.
Yeah.
Now you need to pay a subscription for you to generate these. But at the end of the day, you took millions and billions of songs to train your model.
And vocal references, yeah.
Yeah. And now when someone takes it and uses it, and it's like, but this sounds like so and so. Again, for me, this is taking someone else's work.
Yeah. Yep.
Sheesh. It's a
Even
tricky
with
one.
AI.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've got a website here and they're called Creative Commons, where it talks about some copyright, where they divide it into different categories. The first one is if you join the community, you are basically saying, hey, I've created original work, but I don't mind sharing the work with other people. But there's different tiers. So the first one is, yes, take my content and use it as is. That's fine. The second one is you can take it and remix it the way that you want, right? And then there's a third one that I forgot, but you can take the content and reuse it the way that you want.
Yeah.
However, there's a thing called attribution, because you need to give credit.
Credit,
right?
yes.
So even when we are in
Original.
a setting, good name, but the guy that came up with the idea is this one here,
Yeah.
right? But in the past, we've seen it, Mo, where we've had black inventors, and it's only surfacing now. No, man, grand. Wireless technology was first developed by a black person.
Yeah.
But then someone else stole it.
Yep.
And then nowadays, just like you mentioned, Moose, with the Beyonce story. Someone else gets known for it because even with was it Einstein, Thomas, they had like a team of inventors, and then whenever they would put out a product that they
painted
invented,
it as their own.
them.
Yeah.
But they've got like a team,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those as well. But I wanted to ask Kanye, since you call yourself the queen of content, let's be honest, have you stolen something before? But people need to see you, remember.
Okay, can I remain in the background just for now up until we fix our technicalities?
Okay.
Because I'm not so happy with the setting. I would want to actually show in a very, cute way. But however, diving back to the topic, which is the most important topic, and I find myself as a main person within it because I'm grateful enough to have studied and with Boston always instilling that referencing plagiarism as a cost at school. I think it took about 50%, if not 30%, from your marks. Yes, if they did find any plagiarism. So it was literally so important to always make sure that each and every sentence that you take away from, you literally reference. There was an in-text style and also like referencing style listed. So that instilled a lot of greatness in me because even in my own project, I make sure that I follow in the copyright, even though I haven't really afforded myself the full enough information about copywriting. But I feel like it's one of the topics that will be coming into my business as time goes by because right now we're building, right? And this is the greatest foundation ever. So as time goes by, I will definitely, broaden my knowledge in terms of copywriting because I also have a logo. I do think about that also, cybersecurity stuff. Like there's a lot that actually goes into the security of a whole content creator. So I'm glad that I'm also in the space. I mean, Blinko Network, young Blinky Sabo, Ore, Ubo Pega, I like the fact that you also did mention that the softwares that one uses also, they play quite a major role within the same rights because that's what these softwares also do.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause I think it was a month ago, where there was a time I was reading the EULA of CapCut. So remember, CapCut is by ByteDance.
Yes.
And ByteDance is a Chinese company that also owns TikTok and the like. So when making use of CapCut, especially with my effects and stuff, they once upon a time, I don't know if it has changed now, but Bebatibona, you have to shoot the videos that you cut and export, you have to use it within the TikTok platform.
If
you use it outside then it's outside the terms or the legal terms of use of the software. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Wait, do they? I think it hasn't happened to me, but I think they do even flag you on some platforms. With certain sounds.
Yeah, I mean, when exporting digital assets, whether it's music, pictures, or videos, there is a digital signature or footprint
that each platform has.
Which, okay, this was done by this platform or exported from a certain platform.
Even with the watermarks, because the TikTok one moves from the left down to the bottom right, and the Instagram one is on the top right, I think.
Yeah, very interesting. So we also want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Because as we are wrapping up this conversation, we are asking the question. So when your voice gets borrowed, do you laugh it off, call it out, or let the applause roll without you? Let us know on the comment section. And of course, heading over to the comment section, I see some of the comments were coming through, right? And then the Cat Books said, I love the Durban. I love Durban in winter. I think Limps is also better, which is Limpopo, right? And then she was like, good morning, Sashay. Great to see you here. The community has gathered. Good morning, community. And then she's like, there's no time for alcohol, honestly. Rekang brown cherry. King brown cherry.
What's up, MooCee? OPS in Fanaka.
What's that?
I'll buy it for you. No, don't tell him. We'll buy it for him. There's a smaller one, a smaller one.
I don't do those things.
No, man, but it's not bad. I used to. This is what over 10 years ago, Mr. B.
Okay, so
I used to like the taste. Not now.
When I think about it, for me now, I just think cooking.
Cooking?
Yeah, with your old
guys, what are you talking about?
it's you know how people cook with wine.
Yeah.
So
You've cooked with OPS.
no, not me, but I've seen about
People cooking with OPS.
Vooka.
That's crazy. Old brown sherry. It's an alcoholic beverage.
So it's
It's in the wine family.
the same way you
Old
would
brown.
marinate like inyama in beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
People
Use Old Brown.
mostly
I've
for
never
cooking,
seen,
but for
but-
consumption, like
Cease.
It's
I
an
don't
acquired
know,
taste.
man.
It's an
I don't
acquired
know.
taste. It's an acquired taste. Yeah, it's an acquired taste. Years ago, I took it. Now I wouldn't go to the shop and purchase it. No, not that I'm bashing it or anything. I have consumed it before, and it does. She's right. It does offer like that warmish feel. But it's in the wine family. It's in the wine family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you would like it, Mr. Mo.
No, man. Why?
Yeah, no. Hey, that's interesting stuff. Man.
Simami Kalane coming through saying good morning, Vooka Nation and Vooka team on this cold Tuesday. Hope everyone is warm. Stay blessed. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And Kat says, I prefer spring, warm and not hot, which is very understandable. I will sleep too. I can't even sleep in winter.
Yeah, nah, bro.
Okay.
That's
Then, hi, beautiful Kanye, right there behind the mic.
Okay, thank you. Give
Sashay say true. Kat says hi, beautiful
Oh, thank you, Kat. Thank you. Shout out.
Yeah?
Shut up.
Oh. Sashay said,
Shout out. Wabo.
if rights were given, I can't constantly give you credit. You have approved and you can't act out shadowed because people love my version better or acknowledge it like I owned it.
it's crazy. Man.
Beautiful.
Nah, just because people love yours, give props and props is due.
Credit, guys.
just
This song
acknowledge.
was, composed or written
MooCee
by
mix.
MooCee.
Yes.
And enjoy, guys.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
You see, people fight for royalties, ne? Because depending on the licenses, where it's a what is it called again? When they say BC, the word starts with a C. When they commission a show, ne?
Oh.
So they commission it either for 5 years, and then after 5 years you can get your IP back.
Yeah.
But sometimes they commission it in such a way they own it, and they own it forever.
Sure.
So if they choose to play Mzinezintizwa back 39 times, you're not getting anything.
With the
As
song,
much as-
with the song playing behind, yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So as much as you can say, I'm the original, or I'm the one that created this, but depending on the deal or the contract, you will be suffering forever if you have to.
Yeah. Like the copyright thing is crazy. I remember we were doing music business a couple of years ago. I think in 2021, we had a couple of months where we were just going through the course of equipping ourselves with the knowledge of music business.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy ride, Mr. B. It's a wormhole where I think artists, they're not just in the music space, but acting, dancing, singing, creating music, composing, rearranging. People have gotten in trouble and have lost out on hundreds of thousands of rands because they didn't get permission to redo a song, right?
Yeah.
And people have lost out on hundreds of thousands of rands because they didn't get the rights to put out a song by the artist, by the originator of a certain piece of music. And it's crazy where there's even cases where a MooCee Mr. and a Mr. B will fight years later because of the royalty tse tshwantse di itswe. It's like 13 years
If I
later,
discover good for the past 10 years,
I've been
you've
getting
been
money.
coining it.
And we don't, but you know where it gets tricky, and we're finishing in 2 minutes. Where it gets tricky is we barely ever talk in studio as artists, and we don't put it in black and white. And this is where artists get it wrong. There's two parts to copyright, time, intellectual property, who engineered who. There's just a whole lot of things that I think I would advise artists to equip themselves with that knowledge.
Yep. And then Sashay comes through, say, Kanye, I'm with you. A girl needs to have lighting when on camera. The boy seems not to get it, but we get you from the other side. I mean, we do
Love you.
clock it.
Just show people
Clock it
how
indeed.
black you are. That's
How,
why.
no,
You're an African queen.
Look, you're still a ghost. Like just switching
You
your
are a
backbone.
ghost.
Bangibone kanjani,
Like
guys?
awubonakali,
Well,
see?
Nilana, location, sila.
They
That's
still
the
can't
only-
see you.
That's
Bro.
the only way. Okay.
We are even
Bangibone.
brighter than you, even from a distance. Okay, Sveze Tinabahle, please.
Ooh, uyizwa nje,
And then
izwa.
Xolani Dlamini says the true old brown is the way to go during winter.
Yes, exhibit.
In Badala, guys. You can tell in the comment section it's 35
Get our
above.
regular original 35. I'm 26. Don't forget. But I'll buy it for you, Mr. Moen. You'll taste, not
Yeah.
enjoy, but you'll have a taste of what we're
I'll
talking
try.
about. Yes,
I'll
sir.
try. So before we go to the break, there's a conversation we're about to get into, which is why strangers celebrate you more than friends, right? So my family, it is of course a Tuesday. We're going to be getting into the truth that stings, but one we all need to talk about. Have you ever noticed that when you finally win, when you finally get there, when you start that new business, get the promotion or drop that creative project, the loudest applause comes from people who don't even know your middle name. Meanwhile, the people you've shared meals with, the ones in your main WhatsApp group will suddenly go completely silent. So today, this morning, we're going to be unpacking the success distance paradox. Why is it that a stranger will share your success story in a heartbeat, but your closest circle will look right past it? If you have experience, if you've heard any of the story that talks about this, we wanted to hear from you. So let us do this. We're going to take a short break, and then we come back and we get straight into the conversation. Of course, it's exactly 15 minutes past 9, and of course, you're still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Not forgetting, we are live both on Underground Radio and on YouTube. Of course, if you want to download the radio app, you can simply download it on iOS and Android. It's available. If you want to send those voice notes, the number is still open for voice notes. 0604933226. That's the number that you need to dial. Before the break, I introduced an interesting discussion that I want us to have this morning, that why strangers value you more than your friends. So strangers out there, they will give you all of the applause that you need than your actual friends, where your friends are questioning you, why are you doing this? Why are you part of this team? Why are you taking such decisions in your life, right? So getting deeper into this one, the mirror of familiarity, right? Picture this: you post a massive milestone online, and within an hour, hundreds of strangers are in your comments giving you your flowers, sending congratulations, and boosting your energy. But your best friend, they view the post, leave no like, send no text, and instead message you later about something totally unrelated to what you have posted, right? Psychologists and sociologists call this proximity comparison bias. A stranger only sees your arrival. They see the polished, finished product, which makes it easy to admire. But your inner circle remembers your origin. They remember when you were struggling, falling, or just ordinary. A 2025 social capital study revealed that 64% of professionals experience significantly higher verbal recognition from distant acquaintances or online strangers than from their immediate friend group. We aren't just fighting for success, we are fighting the version of us that our friends refuse to let go of.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. There we go. Absolutely. I can understand where that is coming from, and I echo what the thing says when it says strangers don't know you, Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
They don't see who Mr. B was 5 years ago. They don't see your shortcomings. They're not concerned. They're not concerned about wena khale o re kopa di 100 rand tsa go palama ya go Vooka, wena khale wetsang. That's not about it. It's about what? Oh wow, Mr. P, is this what you're doing? Okay. How long have you been doing this? You understand?
Yeah.
So I really get it. And for me, it's quite sad. It is so sad when the people who you would think would celebrate you more are the ones who are not recognizing your efforts.
Yeah.
It is so sad. Not until there's so much noise from the outside coming in. Then it's like, go cha guy. Go cha guy. Vooka ba feti, you know. So it's sad for me when something like that happens. But unfortunately, it is the reality of the world that we're living in, that people from the outside looking in are the ones who will make noise about the work that you're doing as opposed to your inner circle.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely facts when it says they'll see a post, you know, of the Vooka Breakfast Show. And look, I hold nothing against anyone personally. I'm not looking for validation, even from my closest of friends or family. I'm not. You know, I put out work, and I feel like the work that one puts out should and will speak volumes more than them, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when I post a status, a 1 minute, 30 second status, you see the work. This person is doing the things, you know. But yeah, man, I more than anything else, I find it quite sad that that's the reality of the world that we're living in now. I don't know, Mr. B, what do you think?
So I've got a different view altogether.
Okay.
Because let's say, Mo, I know you, and you've found the success, or you've hit that gold nerve that you've been mining all this time, ne?
Yeah.
And Gimme, you stepped on toes before you could get there.
Yeah.
Right? You also stepped on my toes.
Yeah.
Now, it's not that I don't celebrate you. It's that, okay, now that you are this individual that's celebrated,
Yeah.
or maybe you've started receiving success, not to this magnitude, but then you somehow forgot, Uguti, where do you come from?
Yes.
So even when you now at 100 million subscribers, but when you were on 10,000, so it's hard for me to celebrate you at that milestone because you had to step on toes
Yeah.
or people to get there. And there's a difference.
Yeah.
But obviously someone from outside, they don't have a picture of what it took for you to get there.
Yeah.
Right? So a simple example I have is something that happened to me where I once bought a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Right? Someone borrows that speaker and then in their hands it gets damaged. So they go on and buy a sound system. So I have to be happy for you.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, mine only cost 300 rands.
Yeah.
I think you could have just replaced that.
Replace the speaker.
And then get yours. But, you know, in the scheme of things, it seems like ngatang chablelang.
Yeah.
But I'm also hurting at the same time because your one costs X amount. Mine is only 300.
Yeah.
So it's as if you disregard mine.
Yes.
Right? So I damage your property and I go and I buy the same thing.
Yeah.
And in the public sphere, people are celebrating.
They're celebrating
my win.
with you, man.
But when you are
Yeah.
not that
That's an
happy,
interesting view.
Yeah.
yeah. So it depends because usually it's the people that are closest to you.
Yeah.
Now the ones that will genuinely clap that are close to you, it's understandable. It'll only be a handful because if the same happened to Jesus Christ, where from Bethlehem, Yanazanga Bam receive a grant,
Yeah.
and he only found himself when he was outside his birthplace.
Yeah.
Then it kind of makes sense. But I understand why within your close circle, because nobunga win, but when you cross
Yeah.
even if you but this is what happens. Yes, I got a promotion. It's like, okay, what does this mean?
Akasupport
mean?
umntana.
But what does this mean?
Yeah.
You got a promotion, true.
Yeah.
But what does this mean?
I get
Yeah.
you.
Does this mean Uguti, we're gonna start going out? No. Because even when you had logo ngane, you still didn't. So it doesn't mean Uguti, because we don't clap loud.
Yes.
Like abantu ngabazi. Some it's like, yes, I'm genuinely happy for you.
Yeah.
Because we need to listen carefully. But
Yes.
not necessarily what it's a case of
Yeah.
I see the benefit of you winning.
Yeah.
That would benefit everyone, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I think also I've seen people stepping on people's toes to a point that whenever they get there, they use what they have to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because when people see Horai, man, I think this guy is more winning than this one. So when I got this person, not knowing how they got there. And not everyone is able to handle or deal with the ugliness, of the process of someone getting there. Like you saw, your friends was robbing people's houses. He was stealing things, to get the money to, buy things that he has, or whatever that he uses, he stole it from someone. Now he has this big studio. He's producing music. He's one of the prominent artists in South Africa. And when I'm actually there, you don't feel comfortable because like, Ntwana, I know how you got these things. And someone had to go through something for you to get where you are. Right, so that's where now, the conversation about jealousy. Are you jealous of your friend? Because when people start asking questions, it's like, Abaya is not coming from a genuine place, right? You do things on your own, and then when things start to open up for you, you hear a lot of questions from your friends. You say, are you sure with what you're doing? You're not even, getting the encouragement to say, we see, Mfana, we see what you're doing, but a lot of questions are being asked. Why are you doing this? Are you sure of this? What about your family? What about this? What about this and this and this and this? So I think there's a whole lot of things, that really contribute to, your friends not end up clapping for you when you actually get there.
Sure. Go first.
Very interesting perspectives. I don't think of the one that you came up with, Mr. B. That's very, very interesting. But I think what also tends to happen with a whole lot of us in society is that we, and I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. But I think I've seen and I've realized that to some very small extent, on some level, it's sort of an innate thing where there's entitlement in all of us.
In what way?
In a sense that when one does good, you know, it like we mentioned before the break when we were talking about the thing we were talking about earlier, where when your ego is stricken, it's such a nice feeling that you want to go through it again and you want to feel it. And what it does, it creates and it propagates a sense of entitlement, right? In the sense that, like, please validate me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Please acknowledge that, like, I did good. Like, you clapped hands, I get it the last time. I get it, you did. You did, I get it. So clap hands again so that I can feel or go through that emotion and that feeling again. And so what it does is, especially with our inner circles, there's a sense of expectancy that we tend to put on our friends or the individuals who are in our inner circles, you know. And so when that expectation is not fulfilled and is not met, now one would start thinking, they're not happy for me. You know, they don't acknowledge the work that I'm putting in or the efforts that I'm putting in. You know, so I think also it's also a very tricky line to jump back and forth between the two spaces, where you have this expectation, and when it's not met, you don't know what to do with yourself now. You know, and now you start creating scenarios and things in your own head where you go, you know, my colleagues don't recognize the work that I'm putting in. I put in so much work and effort, and it's like, Chief, we're all in the workspace. We are all putting in work. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think it's a very tricky space to navigate between, where you can not seek validation, but be your own cheerleader and clap hands for yourself and be like, no, you know what? I know I did well. It might not have been publicized or noise have been made about it, but I did well. Let's move on. You know, so I think it's a very, very tricky space to navigate, man.
Interesting. So now let's invite, you know, some comments, and of course we send out a question to some of our guest features, which is Katleho, which is Cat Books, and Tandanani Kasa, right? A question was asked, and Katleho answered, said, my personal experience is that strangers have celebrated me a lot more than my friends. I suspect friends love to see you win, but not more than them. When you plan some things, they will hype you. Once you follow through, they will start being distant, especially if they are not going to personally gain from that. One thing about strangers, they will support you as if they have known you for ages. I assume friends don't want you elevating because they don't want to lose you, or they are jealous. That's an answer from Kat.
Can we unpack that a bit?
Yeah.
Where for the longest time, Mo, you don't have a car. All of your friends have a car. Right?
That's crazy.
And then
you get a car.
Things pop off. And then it's like, guys,
your light starts shining.
It's like, are you the only ones that want to
have
win
cars
and succeed? Mind you, when things have, you know, turned, then it's like, the treatment is different, right?
I mean, they've gotten used to that, you know, you being the passenger. They've gotten used to it, like, guys, I can't call Mo, Bafit. Never. Company ke vai ka mauto.
You see, I think friendship dynamics are very interesting. Friendship dynamics are quite interesting. And like I said, I've realized, not just with personal experience, but also witnessing other friendship groups. You know when you sit there and you don't have ties, right? And you just sit there and observe and you analyze. It's like, this is interesting. Okay, how are they going to resolve this or navigate what's happening here, right? And unfortunately, there are people like that. there are people like that in society. We live with them. We are dating them. We work with them. They are our family members. We're neighbors with them. We catch taxis to work with them every morning. Where this person is only happy when you're just here. Not too far. More. You just have to be here. But you can never outshine them or outdo them or outperform them. You know, because I think people struggle with clapping hands for the next person. And there's nothing wrong, because I think, you know, there's these memes that will go around on the socials, right? Saying, plug people with work. Plug people with work. If there's something, a position at Vooka Breakfast Show, they're looking for a technical director. MooCee, it's not going to take anything away from you. Plug people with work. And so we as individuals, we struggle with saying, Andona, key a plug. Because it's about, hey, I just sharp as point. Supervisor, you know? And a lot of individuals in society struggle with that. We do. We struggle with saying, Unja Prayaga. DJ Mutsumi. Unja Prayaga. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Those kinds of things. And it's something. Sure.
Cat here says, I suspect friends love to see you win.
Yes.
But not more than that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We Namara.
Fella,
Don't be there.
Fella, you know, there's a lady, I think I saw this on social media, where she says she's in this friend group where she's the lowest earning friend in the friend group. Okay. The friends are doing well for themselves. They do the great jobs, driving cars that reflect the salary that they earn. She's driving a very modest, decent Polo, right? But unfortunately, the friends are always coming to her asking for her
help.
money.
Yep.
And they're like, hey, Chumi, what's a reke penzi? Chumi, man, why also elevate? And she's like, guys, I'm living within my means. And I can afford to drive a modest Polo. And then about a Polo, like you're driving a Polo 7 or Polo 8 or whatever, like these latest models that have come up, come out into the market. And your car is the most modest. But to them, it's like, chum, you know, manosa rekibo mapi eminyana, reka, like, I don't know, something yana. But at the end of the month, they're always asking for her money, you know. And she's like, guys, but how is this making sense?
Like you earn more than me.
But le kopa na chelete. You know, and I think that's what it is.
Well, I've learned, Uguti, that's not always the case, because people will think, Uguti, you're supposed to have the bag.
Yes.
But the decisions we make, then money ends up being channeled in other places, and you find yourself not having money at the end of the month. Yeah. But
Abanye, I think I've realized, Uguti, I think they want to see, you know, they gauge you. Like, when I'm like, post, you don't work. And then one time they were like, Entwana, can you please borrow me? I want to go to, because I really don't understand someone who sees you that you are unemployed. Like, you come to me every day, we hang out after you knock.
Social media is not a real place, guys. Like, I'm starting to see that social media is not a real place. WhatsApp statuses are not a real place. Guys, WhatsApp statuses are not a real place.
You know, someone will like this thing I've seen now in my second. Someone is posting in a very luxurious but you have phone.
I don't have nappies for the baby. That's funny.
I mean, we know that. I mean, we're not the same, because you know, people will tell you that, hey, Ntwana, like, I'm trying to leave. Understand? It doesn't mean for me to get to these places I need to have this, you know, amount of money. But I feel like now you have to be considerate of your situation, of where you are. I get you are going to get there. You are also working, like, you have stable income. Whilst I be 50 rand, like, put some money away so that you can have leisure time.
But can I be the antagonist in all of this? No?
Yeah.
So you've gone through high school, you've gone through tertiary, you've got friends, and your friends, yourself, you guys start working.
Yeah.
But then you're not going to progress at the same rate, right? As an individual, where you see your friend, because now it's like, I don't want us to only focus on but what happens when you start seeing your friends progressing?
Yeah.
Like, what internal dialogue do you have
with yourself?
You know what? Your timing is different. Let me accept it. Or you do feel that jealousy.
Yeah.
But what happens when you see that? Where it's like, okay, I can see my friends are progressing.
I know more.
You know what I think it takes?
Okay,
There's a meme I'll share with you. I have it somewhere in my phone.
because this topic, guys. So before you answer, ne,
Yeah.
I also want us to imagine the situation a year acrimony, ne,
Okay.
where the dude receives an investment for 20 years from the wife to
Yeah.
build this bulb or battery, whatever it is, right? We're moving a Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And then he gets famous. He gets applause.
Yeah.
From abantu bangaphandle ukuthi you're such a genius, ne? But then when we start to look back, ukuthi, dude, for you to get where you are, there's a number of factors that contributed. Number one, yes, you are a genius yourself, but then you also had an investment.
Yeah.
But that investment also came from a painful place because the house was being put up on the market in case ababhadali, because yonke imali bekayifaka, the wife bekayifaka towards
Yeah.
the invention.
Yeah.
At some point he blew up the whole electrical
Yeah.
wiring essentially,
Bomile.
and you know, bizucela the wife ukuthi yenze into so, and then he booms. Some will say, but why ningamshayeli izandla?
Yeah.
Right? Because he's this individual now, he's celebrated. But then kunzima for other people to clap hands, right? And more especially if it's a case of, hey, I'll give you $10 million for everything you've done. It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about that. When you think it is about the money, but it's not about the money. It's much more than that. Yabo? So for some reasons, kunzima for people to clap hands in such a situation.
Yeah.
Because I poured into your cup
Exactly.
for 20
Yep.
flipping years. And then when I would know, here's 10 million, it should pay back all of that.
So
Sorry.
here's my thing, Mr. B, and I'm gonna disagree with you, unfortunately, in saying that
Yeah.
that example does not apply in this instance.
No,
Because
but
acrimony, I think, is a very bad example
show me.
in the sense that and I hear what you're saying.
I get it.
I
get it.
hear
get
what you're
more.
saying.
What we're talking about is
Your inner circle clapping hands for
why.
you.
Yes.
Why it's a struggle, right?
Yes.
For your inner circle to clap hands for you, and why it's much easier for strangers to clap hands for you. Behind the scenes, show that all of that happened. Granted, absolutely. You know, she invested in him for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, but saying that it's not about the money, and I get the principality of it. Yes, it's not necessarily about the money, but it is on some level, but it's more about the principle behind it. I invested in you, right? But it's like, yes, the investment that you put in has panned out, but you decided to walk out on it. Right, and I get it. It's long. You're tired. It's like, hey, things are not working out. Rather, get shift them fit. But I think the reason that I say the acrimony example is a bad one, because we know when the movie came out, it really put people on two sides of the argument, whether the lady was justified or not. You know, but I get where you're coming from in the sense that, why is it hard for her to clap hands for him, and much easier for people who don't know what happened behind the scenes? Right?
You've said it.
Yes, but granted, all of those things happen. But it's like, I know all of those things happen, and I'm willing to pay back the investment tenfold. Say what you will, 10 million is a lot of money, Mr. B.
You see,
It is a lot of money. Yes, time wasted. The time you won't get back, granted. But 10 million.
There's different types of investments.
Sure.
There's an investment that we are doing right now.
Sure.
In terms of time, effort, and being in the space.
Sure.
There's someone else that can just inject money. Akfani. Those two are different.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to money, if I'm being paid back tenfold, I've got my investment and that's it.
Sure.
But how can I pay you back your time?
Yeah. I get that.
Right.
I was about to say
so
that.
this one with the lady, igai too.
Yes.
So it's both time and money.
Yes.
So now for her, how is she supposed to clap hands? Or the people around her, in the circle, it's difficult. Yes, you've won, I agree. And in this case, it's not a case of mourn.
Yeah.
But it's a case of, I'm coming from a place of deep hurt.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for me to clap
But you
hands.
walked out,
I'll say congratulations.
You walked out. Can we agree?
Congratulations.
Can we acknowledge that you walked out? And you weren't patient just slightly longer. And you walked out. And I could also argue that you were the catalyst. As much as you were the investor, you are the catalyst.
In what?
To me not popping off. It could be argued.
What?
Because what we tend to do, we can, Mr. B. And the argument here would be...
So the catalyst as in, I'm the one
yes, it could be
who
argued.
pushed Uguti
As much as you are the investor,
so that you don't
on another
succeed
side, you
quicker.
could be a catalyst, absolutely, in the sense that as individuals, we tend...
Explain that
I'm there. 2 minutes. Right? We tend to use as individuals, in society in general, as we tend to use time as a tool as a tool for training, for measurement. We tend to use time as a tool for measurement, right? In the sense that, I'll make an example.
Is it not?
It can and it can't, depending on the on the situation and the
then
circumstance.
in this situation,
that's why I get it. It can be argued. Not that I'm saying it is the thing to be argued. It can be argued. But as much as she was investing and pouring into this, and I get what you're saying in investment. It can be monetary. It could be emotional. It could be physical. There's
time,
right time, absolutely time, right? But you walked out. You walked out. And relationship because people have done that in saying that relationship because of the kids. But this relationship is not giving back to you. It's a toxic relationship where you are staying and obumagala after you break up with this girl and she gets married 6 months after.
But I don't think you're answering the claim that you had made, Uguti. It's possible that she could have been a catalyst in him not succeeding sooner.
Yes. The emotional toll that the relationship could have been taken on him, could have been preventing him to not make those investments and network with the correct people and the right people in the space to get him to succeed and get his invention recognized.
Okay, so maybe let's phrase that differently. You're saying, Uguti, the way that she brought him stress could have prevented him from succeeding sooner.
It could be used as an argument, as a line of argument. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying, I did say a second ago, it could be used as a line of argument.
Where are we?
Okay, let's invite, of course, guest speakers, and then we'll get to the comments. Kanye?
Please do voice club.
Mic on?
This is quite spiritual. This is a very vast topic, and I feel my emotions rising to it as well. When he argues that she could be sorry, she could be the catalyst behind his emotions. One thing that we also as females we don't understand is that sometimes you may be thinking that you're investing in a good way only to find out that you still hold him back. You understand? You still hold him back to whatever possibilities that could come up. Maybe you still hold him back to an outcome of your ex somewhere. I don't know. That's just being open-minded about everything. But all I'm saying is that some people feel that, yeah, but I stood and supported you. But where is it coming from? Your heart. Is it clear enough to allow me to progress?
I'll ask one question. At this very moment, if you feel like the investment is not worthy or you do not want it, don't take it.
Don't take it.
Because the more you take, look, this is year 1, and there's 19 more years to go, and you feel like, hey, maybe this isn't or it's not.
Yeah.
Don't take it. Don't receive it.
Yeah.
Guys, first of all, I'm unfamiliar with change.
Guys, the thing is, we know this
I'm
one.
trying to
This one
explain.
makes
That's why I get it.
people
I'm
bored.
a
The acrimony,
Guys,
the
I'm
acrimony
just-
example is a bad one.
This
No,
one makes
acrimony,
people
the acrimony
bored.
example is a
Acrimony
bad one.
example
Mr.
is a
Mr.
good
B.
one
It is a
because
very bad one. I'm
how
sorry.
is it that she can applaud? How is it that the family, my in-laws of this guy can applaud him? Because that's the inner circle.
Sure.
Yeah.
How is it that they can applaud him? We'll go to number one, our sister almost put up the house on the market, which is not even her house.
Absolutely,
this
sure.
is our family home.
Sure.
And then you get an offer, right, of about 800,000 US dollars and whatnot. And then you refuse. But you could see how she's been trained from
emotionally
all
and
these things,
mentally.
right? Guys, this thing is hot. Now my
Never
camera
fail.
actually.
Look, exactly.
I'm a camera.
It's like, the acrimony one, Mr. B,
technicalities are
is a
insane.
different conversation on
But
its,
it's-
on its
let
own.
me-
quite
But they
deep.
can't applaud him.
Let me
and
get
that's the inner circle.
Let me get to the second feature, right? Guest feature, which was Tandanani Kasa.
Hey, Mr. Kasa, say. Yes, sir.
Tandanani say, thankfully, on my side, no. To the contrary, my close friends are the ones that actually motivate me to celebrate even the smallest of victories. They are loving and supportive, and it would not make sense to keep them as friends if they were to ignore my major life victories. For me, such victories include graduating with my master's degree, winning Clash of the Choirs
Nice,
with
I
the team
remember that.
KZN Ntengane, and being an intern for Joyous Celebration, just to name a few. These are arguably modest achievements, but to me, they meant a lot, and my friends needed no prompting. They were pioneers of acknowledging and celebrating these accomplishments because they knew how important they are to me. If anyone out there finds themselves celebrating a major life victory alone, please review your close circle and cut off some people, family included if necessary. It is very important to surround yourself with people who love and care for you. There is absolutely no need to settle for anything less,
Definitely,
especially in your circle.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I agree.
And that's something else. That could also be a conversation on its own, where people struggle cutting people off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People struggle cutting people off. And it goes back to the thing that I said a second ago, Mr. B, that
They feel
we tend to use time as a tool for measurement.
Yeah.
And we say, hey, mina no Mr. B, Miss Puma Kude. Hey, lo muntu ngina 15 years ngumngani wakhe. And it's like, but if that relationship is not pouring into you, if it's not pouring into you, and there's nothing here. Yes, really show me, cause really show me. But like, how is this friendship or this relationship benefiting both you and I? And thus I say the argument of the lady being a catalyst, or one of us being a catalyst to one another, could actually be used as a line of argument.
Yeah.
Where we've seen, like I used the example, the very ridiculous example of people staying in relationships. You had plans to get married or whatever the case, but 6 months after the breakup, the person gets married. And in most cases, I don't want to see me as if I'm coming for girls, but we've heard ladies out there saying, umshade kanje yimi, umsebenzi wami. But then why didn't it pan out? Why didn't it pan out? It's the same thing with the acrimony thing. If really this person was supposed to succeed with you being next to them, why didn't it happen in the 10 years? Then the argument can be brought in. You were the catalyst. That lady brought in a sense of something that you didn't have. So you were the catalyst. As much as you poured into the investment, you held me back to some extent. You held me back.
So let me agree.
Sure.
Let me agree. If you felt that way, why did you continue taking investment from
You
me?
don't see it. When the person is the catalyst in your life, you don't see it. You don't. When the guy meets another lady and he gets married to her 6 months after, he doesn't realize until you're out of it. Until you're out of it, looking from the outside in, mara no man, mara mo ne ke dutse mo teng man asidilo man a go mnate mo, because it's, think of Ebola, Mr. Mo, you are someone who's played soccer. Yeah. When you're in the ground, when you're in the playing field, when you're in you're playing inside, how would you mistake it?
Exactly.
It's very easy to say, hey man, hey, why not side? But come in when in the play of in the field of play, and feel the pressure that's inside. Can you actually identify and do those rectify the mistakes that you're identifying? I'm getting heated, guys, but it's an argument. It's a conversation that will not finish.
Guys, I also want to get crushed, please. It's a heated topic that I can't even hold myself back.
From the bird's view, we know a lot of people do struggle,
Yes, sir.
to do that bird's view and look at where now yourself, and like, what am I contributing to, the head, to people failing out there. So it's really interesting. But that, as I mentioned, that some of the comments comments were coming through, right? Sashay say your biggest cheerer are strangers, right? And then she comes to say, I would say some close people can be jealous. I mean, you probably saw me struggle and you're supposed to be happy when I get a breakthrough. We have those who only like good things for themselves only, right? Catbook says, Manele, sometimes you don't even step on toes. People are just not happy with themselves. Why would they be happy for others? Sashay comes to say, once we start comparing, then that's where envy and jealousy start building up. There will always be someone who will be or do better than you. Social status is the reason for many depression. Peace comes with acceptance with your financial means. Then Kat says, social media is not a real place. Guys, when I graded my masters, my friends didn't clap. Years later, when they graded the same degree, started demanding gifts from me. Like, kanjani.
How, Chief? Kanjani.
So Kat says, it's not about money, MooCee. Right, responding to the comment you made.
Yeah.
And then Sashay say, yo, Kat, how does one even demand a gift? Gift is actually a privilege, not a right in my eyes. Double standards and entitlement mentality. Such friends,
Yeah.
Fake.
Yeah, man.
Fake.
It's a very tricky one. It's a very tricky one to navigate. And the other thing I wanted to mention, Mr. B, is that, like I said earlier, regulation is a very challenging thing for a lot of individuals. Emotional regulation, psychological regulation, and mental regulation, right, is a huge challenge for a lot of individuals, and it takes a very high functioning level of looking inward before you can. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Look inside. Look
inside.
Deep inside, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, self. Look inside, very deep inside, and have a conversation with yourself. How do I feel when 1, 2, and 3 happens with either family, friends, my partner, my colleagues, my neighbors, or whoever else is within the circles that I run in, and then after doing that, the results will then inform you whether you are able to clap hands for the next person, even if they're outdoing you, outperforming you, out-succeeding you. As a family member, as a partner even. Partners get jealous, guys.
Yes, they do.
And it's like, what am I doing wrong?
Exactly.
What am I doing wrong? And there's so many
Because some guys KSC one.
But that's the thing. You don't even look at it like that. When this person succeeds, I succeed.
Yeah, but I think it was around the question of because when you succeed, or more when I'm all right, now that you've got a car, so drive Sugu, I'm not happy. Success is totally
success but anyway, in the last 10 minutes, Mr. Mo.
Of course, getting into some of the perspectives that we have with this conversation is that when it comes to the circle clappers, right, we do have different labels within that. We have the hometown anchor. They love you as long as you stay the same. They value predictability and the good old days. The moment you change your vocabulary, your style, or your zip code, they accuse you of forgetting where you come from. Ntwana, isilungu akusesakini ntwana, stick to your language.
But my name is, and then they make us feel bad. But my name is, and my name is.
Isilungu akusi language. It's not your mother's tongue.
That's good. Man. Yeah, that's good, man. I don't try to feel bad. No, man.
Then you have the digital cheerleaders, right? They have no history with you, so they have no baggage. They value inspiration and value exchange. They celebrate you because your success proves that the goals they want to achieve are possible.
Yes, sir.
And then we have the Vooka elevator. These ones, they are rare. They are high value in a circle. They knew you then and they celebrate you now. They have maturity to update the software of how they view you. They value shared growth and understand that your win is a win for the entire circle.
When
I eat, you eat.
Absolutely. Because show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are, right? And it's those sayings, if you're the smartest person in the room, it means your chances are you're in the wrong room.
Yeah, well,
chances are
you've overstayed.
Go find a new room.
Yeah.
Go find a new room in the sense that show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. My friends are this friend of mine is involved in this. This guy has this organization that's involved in that. That guy traveled to Australia a couple of months ago. He knew he was doing this, that, and one understand. Positive energy rubs off. Energy is constant, guys. It's there. It's just for us to harness it and elevate ourselves using whatever vibration we connect with. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And so, if you are hanging out with people who are doing all of those things and you're not it says a lot about you, I think. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to come for you in a personal way, but it says a lot about you. How is it? I'm not so. And then it means chances are there's something with you or there's something with them. Or they're comfortable with you being that person when one understand who's always beneath them, and then it means you still have to change, man. And guys, there's nothing wrong with moving on and starting over. There is absolutely nothing wrong with moving on and starting over. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, but at its core, the success distance paradox reminds us that your assignment will often take you out of your hometown. You cannot limit your fuel to the validation of your immediate surroundings. The value lies in realizing that true support isn't always local. You have to learn to accept the applause from the stadium, even if the locker room is quiet. It doesn't mean you cut off old friends. It just means you stop expecting them to be your target audience.
Spirit.
So of course this morning
Spirit.
we are asking a question.
Disagreed.
Yeah, I disagree.
You want the applause from the locker room?
No. When you get applause from the stands, Mo.
Yeah.
The same way they applaud you, is the same way they will forget you at the same time. Because fast.
Yeah.
You were here now.
I think those are mutually exclusive.
Consistency.
Especially in the public eye.
Then what
it happened with Jesus. If it happened with Jesus,
sure, but what I'm saying is you can't value, because remember what we're talking about. You seem to value more the applause that are coming from strangers. Why strangers value you more?
Yeah.
They don't. The truth is they don't.
I get it. They've seen it
in comparison.
You think they do.
In comparison, Mr. B, I think in comparison, when it comes to inner circles, like we've just explored vastly.
So strangers value you more.
No, they value the success that you are acquiring at that point in time.
Maybe let's swap the word for value for glamour. They glamorize your success at that moment.
So yesterday,
like this requires.
So yesterday, what happened is one of the greatest player, Lionel Messi he broke his own record, right? After the game, he cried. So when he was interviewed, he was asked to say how he was feeling about this whole thing. But for him, it was like he got everything, any player wanted to achieve in the world.
Top goal scorer in a
but
World Cup series.
It doesn't really feel like that, because even your inner circle, they know your struggles, of how you got there. So there isn't much of clapping, because Ntwana, you cut us off. You've really focused on yourself. But now when you got there and you've reached the pinnacle of success, it's like now, Mafetu, let's hang out. It's like, Ntwana, you really missed out on some of the times that we really, really needed you. But so it really didn't feel like it.
Even Naguwe Mone, when someone comes with a plaque, let's say you figure 100,000 YouTube subscribers, you've seen this in many times where even Naguwe, you don't applaud yourself.
Yes.
It's like, I'm happy I got the 100K. But you don't seem happy more. Like, what's up? I am happy, but I just want to thank God.
Different.
No, but
I think that's slightly different.
Look, what I'm saying is, I get it. The inner circle, the dot right in the center, that's you.
Sure.
And then we expand the circle.
Sure.
That's your closest people and whatnot. So the 100K leabantu. It's people from outside. They will applaud louder than you when as an individual.
Exactly.
So you're not even ecstatic yourself.
So, of course, on this 20 seconds that we left in, that's where we're going to end it. It's heating up, on, of course, but you can still, of course, share your thoughts with us across all social media platforms. But it was a really great edition of the Vooka Breakfast Show, your energetic start to the day. It's 10 o'clock on the dot. From us as the Vooka team, we would like to say goodbye. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Till we meet tomorrow, same time, same place. Take care and love yourself.
So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell him, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been happy, working hard, just so I can say I told you so. I told you so. I don't need your approval to be myself. I got that on myself. Gracefully, gotta keep it cozy. I'ma take it slowly, one step at a time till my time is up. Why you stay mad at me? We gon' make mistakes, we gon' disagree. Are you so proud of me? If you just wait and see, you gon' ride. So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard, so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell him, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself. I've been happy, working hard, just so I can say I told you so. I told you so.
I've been waiting all night. Watch you blow up my life. Please don't come over, 'cause you're not sober. Yeah, now you know that ain't right. If you two knew you was was coming over, that would be a problem. Yeah. If our friends knew undercover loving, they would try to solve it, yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you, me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Please don't touch me like that, cause you know I'll react. Don't make me do this, I feel so foolish. No, breaking rules and that's facts. If your dude knew you was coming over, that would be a problem. If our friends knew undercover loving, they would try to solve it, yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you, me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. I'll be sure. If it's wrong, then tell me that I'm wrong. I don't care. It makes me happy. And if you're happy, then let's be happy. Then let's be happy. Yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between